Hello, I'm Russ Faulk, Chief Designer and Grillmaster for Kalamazoo Outdoor Gourmet, and today I'd like to take the time to walk you through our gravity feed charcoal smoker cabinet. We're going to start by going over the different parts and setting it up for your first cook. The first thing we need to do is connect our power supply. When your smoker cabinet is first installed, you'll need to have an outdoor rated extension cord run up through the opening in the bottom. This protective cover helps you keep from getting the hot ash pan against your power supply, so we need to thread that through. And then the computer power supply drops into a little opening over here on the side that's made to retain it conveniently. So we make our power connection, and then we can get this cover situated over the pins, and it'll stay in place. You shouldn't ever have to undo that unless for some reason you need to break down the entire system. But I leave my power supply in place all the time. Hidden inside the cabinet are these cable management clips, and I'm gonna route the power cord up through those clips, and I'll actually go up and down to use up the length of the cable. Once you've got the cable clipped in place, you're going to come up through this slot here, and we'll just hang it until we mount the computer. Once the power supply is installed, we want to install the pit blower or pit fan, the pit probe, which measures the temperature of the air in the pit. That is the stubby straight one with the alligator clip. And if we're going to use it, we'll mount the meat probe. Before I mount the pit blower, I want to show you how the air shutter on it works. This is for helping control the temperature of your pit. So there you can see it's wide open, and as I move this lever, it goes from half closed to fully closed. I'll cover this later, but much of the time when I'm using the fan, I want it in the half closed position. The pit blower slides into the adapter that we've already installed on the big brass ball valve here. That is the air inlet for the smoker. I like to use the twist ties that came with the system to bundle up my wires, and that makes it a little easier to just take advantage of those same clips and run up through here until we get the computer installed. For the pit probe, I want to remove the alligator clip. I'm going to slide through the grommets in the rain gutter system here, and that's how I'm going to make its way into the pit. What I like to do is to actually thread it through my shelf a little bit, reinstall the alligator clip, and then clip to the shelf. We'll close that up, leave a little slack, avoid the magnet catch, and then we can route this back through our same clips and up through the wiring slot. The food probe I only use when I'm doing a whole pork butt or a brisket, something big and thick. Occasionally, if I'm doing beef plate ribs, I don't try to use it for baby back ribs or other smaller items, definitely not shrimp or fish. But this will register the temperature of the food on the pit computer when we've got it all hooked up. If I am going to use the food probe, I route it through in a very similar way, and we can use these clips here. I can even run up the side, clipping through, and I'll leave this outside the pit or even just hanging until I'm ready to put the meat into the cooker. The pit computer has a power in jack where we run that AC adapter. It has a fan output power jack where we put that, and then we can plug in our pit probe. Takes a minute to figure out we've got the pit probe going. Now it's sensing the temperature. We're indoors, so we've got an ambient temperature of about 67 degrees. With all that slotted in place, we drop the computer into the mounting slots. Now we're ready to get set up for our first cook. If you're interested in learning more about the anatomy of the smoker cabinet or how to use it, click on the videos listed on your screen.